Hi everyone, this is Daisy and welcome to my channel. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. For today's video, I will be sharing the succulents that easy to grow here in my location. So first, I have here the Graptopetalum mendicae. So Graptopetalum mendicae is one of the succulents that it's easy for me to grow. So look at my propagation. It is potted in a big basin, so it's made of cement. I just made this propagation last first week of March. You can see the video about this propagation. So it is already rooted. So as I have experienced taking good care of this Graptopetalum mendicae, they love water, they love full sunlight. And it's easy also to propagate through leaf, especially stem cutting. So they are not delicate when it comes to propagation. So another succulent that's easy for me to propagate or to take care here in my area. By the way, for those who do not know where I live, so my location is here in Silang Cavite, Philippines. So one of the most easy succulents to take care and to propagate is the purple delight. So this one, I just propagate this one or made this big basin of purple delight just this March of this year also. So as you can see, the soil mix is very dry, so they are already rooted just like the Graptopetalum mendicae. So it's really big. It's twice as the pot of the Graptopetalum mendicae. And I have some succulent cactus arrangements here. So this location is in my front yard, in the front of our house. So I have here another propagation of the Graptopetalum mendicae. So just like the Graptopetalum mendicae, purple delight loves water too. That's based on my experience. So I am not a succulent or cacti expert, but what I do share guys with you is my experience in taking care of them for 4 years already. Yes, I have been collecting succulents for 4 years already. So this is how it looks like. And this is my mother pot of my Graptopetalum mirin. So mirin, just like mendicae, they love water. So I just water this. So it doesn't have stress color because I just repotted this one also this coming March. So this is the first pot of my Graptopetalum mirin 3 years ago when I bought this one from a Benguet seller. So this is where I always get my cuttings. And there's another pot of Graptopetalum mendicae. This one I have not restarted. So it's been here for more than 3 years in this pot. So I just let it grow the way it wants to grow. So it's also wet. So here in my veranda area, I also have some pots of mirin, Graptopetalum mirin. And it is potted in a cement head pot. So it's really beautiful to look at because it serves as the hair of the head pot. So this one has a stress color and it's quite old already. I think this pot is or the Graptopetalum mirin here was potted here for almost 3 years. So what I do in this pot is I just trim it from time to time. As you would see, there is cuttings and there are babies or offsets that are growing there. So it's pretty nice. It's an old Graptopetalum pot of mirin. I also have here a small pot, a small propagation, so it's really easy to take care. They love water too, just like Graptopetalum mendicae. So compared to Graptopetalum mendicae, it has a smaller rosette. So this one is potted in a clay pot. It's an old one too, I think 3 years already on this pot. So you can pot the Graptopetalum mendicae and mirin in a clay pot or plastic, as well as the purple delight. So I have here a Graptopetalum mendicae also in a clay pot. And I have here my new propagation. I just have vlogged this one last week. And this one is the Graptopetalum mirin. So they are really easy to propagate through leaf and stem cutting. So I also have here a long pot of the Graptopetalum purple delight there. I have 2 pots here on my veranda area. So this one is newly potted or reset. So I just vlogged this last week also. So the first 3 that I've shared that I can recommend for beginners is the Graptopetalum mendicae, mirin, and as well as the purple delight. And the next one that I can recommend for beginners and are easy to grow here in my area is the ghosty. Yes, this is one of the first succulent that I have 4 years ago. So I have propagated lots, although they are susceptible to mealybugs, but they are easy to grow through leaf propagation and stem cutting too. So I still have 4 pots here of ghosty. So it has different color because some are newly potted, some are already potted for more than a year. So as you would see, there are lots of pots of ghosty. That really proves that it's easy to grow here in my location in Silang Cavite, this kind of succulent, the ghosty. Another one is the Graptoveria morphine. So I have been taking care of Graptoveria morphine for 4 years already. This is also one of the succulents that I bought or purchased 4 years ago together with the ghosty. So this is the other part. So that's the first one, and this is the second one. So if you would see, the stem has been cut for some, and there are some leaf propagation there. So it's easy to propagate through leaf and stem cutting too, and they love full sun, although they are also susceptible to mealybugs if you do not remove the dried leaves. The next one that I can say that it's easy for me to take care is the Graptopetalum aron. So this aron has been with me for more than a year, almost 2 years. So if you would notice, I cut some of the rosette and there are already offsets. That really shows that this is one of the succulent that you can propagate easily and take care. So it has a purple color and very intense purple color whenever it's stressed. So this is the mother plant of my aron. So I have 2 pots on this side. Look at the purple color. And this one is my newly propagated Graptopetalum aron. So look at the rosette. It's much bigger than the mother plant because the mother plant is already exposed for how many years here in full rain or shine area. So this one is newly propagated. So if you would see, the rosette is much bigger. So I don't understand why it's more bigger. Maybe it has more nutrients, the soil mix. So I am using 50% loam soil and 50% pumice stone, which is mango in size. That's for my soil mix. And of course, whenever I do pot or repot my succulents, I add Osmocote, a slow release fertilizer, to give more nutrients for them to grow more. So this one has lots of offsets already underneath their rosette. So soon I will be propagating this pot too, to give way to the offsets that are coming out. So it's very beautiful to look at. So another succulent that I can recommend for beginners and are easy to take care here in my areas is the Sedum adolphi. It's easy to propagate to leaf propagation and stem cutting, and it really have a nice color when you expose it to full sun. So this pot is my newly propagated Sedum adolphi. So this is the mother pot, or the first ever adolphi that I have. Look at the color that it has, right? It's really orange in color. I think this variety of Sedum adolphi is what we call the golden sunset. It's easy to propagate, although it's susceptible to aphids, just like most of the succulents. I also have this small pot of propagation. And this pot is also newly propagated this year only, around January, I think, or February, if not much. So I forgot already. So this one is the Sedum adolphi. So beside it is another propagation of my purple delight. So as you can see, most of the succulents that I recommend for beginners and are easy to grow here in my area are the ones that I really have lots here in my veranda area, because they are easy to take care. So I forgot to show you also, there's another pot of goose tea here. It's a propagation. Another one here, a goose tea. So this one is newly propagated, but look at the stress color it has on the inner set. So this one is Graptoveria morphine, another propagation. And this one is another propagation of Graptoveria morphine too. So there's a goose tea propagation also there. So another 3 pots of aron pay. So it's really easy to take care, the aron pay. So most of them are Graptopetalum. So they are easy to take care because they are easy to propagate. If you really want to have a garden full of your succulent, you have to buy those that are easy to grow in your area. Of course, it depends on the location where you are. So right now it's bristling. So another one that's easy to grow here in my garden is the Luella. I have several pots. Another one here. I also have this crested type of Luella. And I have another one here and another one here. There is also one here that's quite big and potted in a brown pot. And this is my latest propagation. So if you would see, look at the stress color. Even though they are only very small in size or token size, this is what I love about Luella. This is what I love about Luella, the stress color it gives during summer, almost throughout the year, as long as you don't restart it. I found another pot of Augusti here. Another one is the Hero ones, which is easy to take care here in my area. So I just got, or recently, a year ago, where I got my first Hero ones, but I was able to propagate it already in several pots because it's easy to give offset, easy to take care. So this is actually the first pot of my hero ones. See, look how big is the rosette, and this is my propagation of hero ones. But as I separate it, this is the mother set, and the two is already it's all set. As you can see, it has a very nice sun stress color right now. So it's also easy to propagate through stem cutting, but I haven't tried it to propagate through leaf propagation. So this is another path of my propagation, and I have found another propagation path of my Graptoveria morphine, and another kind or special kind of succulent that are easy to grow here in my garden is my aloe. So these are hybrid aloes. Look how colorful it is, and it's giving me a seed pod. So soon I'll be harvesting it. So it has a different kind and variety, but most of the pots here are just like this one. It's the offset of this one, so I just propagate the offset to obtain a lot of pot of aloe hybrid. So this one was recently repotted, the offset. This one is a special one, but what I have noticed about the aloes is that they can thrive even if you don't water them for 3 months, and it also have the same flowers even they are different kind of variety. And I can also recommend for me, this is only based on my experience, that in my area it's easy to grow these not not graptopetalum, I think it's Sedum clavatum. So for me, in my area in Silang Cavite, it's easy to grow, although sometimes during summer season they really got dehydrated, but during rainy season they start to recover. So Sedum clavatum here in my area is easy for me to take care and to propagate. So that's why I'm telling you, it depends on the location, because some might not agree with me that Sedum clavatum is easy to take care. But in my experience, I don't have any problem with Sedum clavatum. It's easy to propagate through leaf and stem cutting. I don't have the experience that it got mealybugs or any pests. You can pot it in a plastic pot or clay pot. So this is my first ever Sedum clavatum, and I am so proud to say that it's still alive. So it got dehydrated this summer but starting to recover. So this is my first ever Sedum clavatum. It has been with me for 4 years. And this is my propagation path of Sedum clavatum. So I just propagated it this March only, so it's not that rooted yet, but it is exposed already in a full rain or shine area here in my veranda area. So another is the Choco Moonstone. So this is my first pot of Choco Moonstone. So Choco Moonstone loves water too. And there's another pot here of Choco Moonstone. So this is my propagation. And this is my latest propagation of Choco Moonstone. Look how lovely is the color. It's really color choco. So look at the pot. You would see there the leaf propagation that I made, and it's also best to propagate through stem cutting to make it more fast if you wanted to grow more. So there's another pot of Luella here. It's newly propagated. So I think that's all the succulents that I can share, that it's easy to grow here in my area in Silang Cavite. So it depends on the location where you are growing your succulents. But what I have shared with you is what really grow fast and easy to propagate here in my area. So every gardener have different experiences. So if you do like my sharing for today, please do not forget to hit the like button, and of course share my video to your family, friends, and relatives. And I want to say thank you so much for the support you're giving to my channel by watching and hitting the subscribe and like button. So thank you so much for staying with me until the end of my video. So that's all my sharing for today. I hope you like it. So see you on Friday, and happy gardening everyone. Thank you for watching. God bless us all. Bye. See you on my next vlog.